Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a vampire tutorial. I'm calling it Hipster Vampire Tutorial because here's the thing. I know, unpopular opinion. I don't like Halloween. I don't want to say I hate Halloween because I definitely don't hate Halloween. I love dressing up, I love partying with my friends, but what I don't like is the blood and the gore and being scared and creeping out. Like, I hate that stuff. I hate being scared probably more than anything on this planet. I mean, I've literally ended friendships because I've told people, I'm like, hey, don't scare me. I know you think it's funny, but that's not a thing. And then they scare me and I'm like, friendship over. So anyway, that's why I'm calling this a hipster vampire look, because it's not going to be your traditional creepy, you know, gonna kill you vampire. It's gonna be like, oh, she's a vampire, but she's also super hot. So if that's the look you're going for, that's what we're gonna make today. The first thing I have done is I have toned with my NARS Skin Multi-Action Hydrating Toner. So there's that. Now, what's the next thing I'm gonna do? Primer. Oh, I'm priming with Makeup Forever HD Primer. Yeah. So I'm going to prime with this. Then the next thing I'm going to use is my Dr. Brandt Pore No More Pore Refiner Primer. So I'm going to use that next. I'm going to lighten my face so I can get a dead-ish appearance, but I don't want to look straight dead and gory because, like I said, the point of this tutorial is to look cute. But I still want to get the vibe correct, you know, or otherwise I'm just doing a red smoky eye, and that's really, it's not the same thing, because I definitely want to be in character. Okay, so I have double primed my face. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to prime my eyes with my NARS Radiate Creamy Concealer because that's just the trend I've been using lately. I love my MicaBeauty concealer. I mean, primer, I really do, but sometimes it just gets really sticky, and I don't know, it's like if you put too much shadow on, it just kind of it just kind of makes my eyes look wrinkly if I put too much primer on, and that stuff is just really sticky. It's like super glue, and I just wasn't feeling it. So I tried this technique the other day and I loved it, so I'm going to try it today. But you do you. You know, whatever your favorite primer is, you do. Because the eyes, while they are the key to this, there's nothing that we're going to do that's too extravagant that you would need anything special. Maybe possibly a glitter glue, but I'm not even using that. So anyway, so we've primed our eyes. Now I'm going to use a combination, I'm using one color from the new Vice 4 palette. I'm going to be using this color, this orange color, Bitter. I really like Bitter. We're going to use it as our transition shade. We're going to use the Morphe, there's no number on it, but basically the Morphe pencil brush. And I'm going to dip it into Bitten. This is going to be our transition color. We're going to use a lot of red. Red and black is basically our color scheme here. But before I put the harshness of red, I'm going to use this orangish brownish shade. You use whatever shade works for your skin tone, because obviously I'm brown. If you are white, this is probably going to be incredibly dark on you. But for me, this is my perfect transition shade. So, like I said, just depends on your skin tone and your skin type. So the first red I'm using is by GeekChicCosmetics. It's called Golden Trio. Now, this is a little more pink than red, but what I like about this color is it has a lot of gold pigment in this. Okay, so I'm going to dip my same shader brush into this powder. And we're going to go into it. A little lower than where we put it on the crease. Oh my god, do you see that? Do you see, like, all the glitter and the beautiful pigmented red? Okay, so same thing for the other eye, using our GeekChicCosmetics What I love about GeekChicCosmetics is they do a lot of nerd-based uh, like eyeshadows and foundations and lip colors. Like, well, like, I'm obsessed. Harry Potter is like literally my favorite thing of all time. So there's our base shade. Now, moving on. So this is a MAC eyeshadow. It's a very coppery based red. So if you have anything similar like that in your collection, that's totally fine. Use it. The other alternative that I had is Poppy by Makeup Forever. So these are both good reds. I'm choosing this one because I really like the satin finish to this, so I'm gonna go with that. Again, I'm gonna use the same brush that I've been using for everything else. Right under. Oh yeah, they complement each other very, very well. I'm dead. Like, I'm about to be dead because I'm a vampire. So I'm turning myself into a vampire and I'm dead. Anyway. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we've applied our red. The next thing we are going to move on to is our black. You can use any black you want. I'm going to use the one that's connected to the MAC eyeshadow just because it's convenient. It's your choice. I'm going to double layer it, so for this particular step I would use a black matte, so just like your blackest matte eyeshadow is what I would use. I'm using a different brush this time because I really want to layer it on. I'm using my Sigma E55 and I'm going to press this. I'm going to press this right onto my lid. Now if you don't like glitter, you don't have to follow the next step. This is just what I personally prefer. You can tone it down, you can build it up. I mean, it's all about you. Just gonna go right over that. Okay, we filled in our black. We're happy with where it's at. Now we're gonna move on to the glitter. I'm gonna be using MAC Cinderfella. This is literally, I hate to say it, the only black glitter that will get the effect that I'm about to show you. I've tried 1,000 different other black glitters and nothing compares to this one. So before you ask yourselves, man, do I really need to go out and buy this? The answer is yes. The answer is 1,000 times yes, because it's black, but it also has like duochrome glitter colors in it, and it just sparkles like diamonds on your eyes. Like, do you see that? Do you see that? Like, oh my god, it's diamonds and it's gorgeous and it's wonderful. So I'm gonna up the ante a little bit and I'm gonna add just a little MAC Fix Plus onto my brush. And I'm gonna go back in because I really want this to be bright. Another trick you could do if you wanted the black even darker is you could use just like any black gel liner and use that at your base and then apply the matte black eyeshadow and then apply this glitter, and then you'll really have really, really, really dark eyes. Yes, okay, so at this point I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and I am just going to blend that all. Okay, then at this point I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. And I'm going to go in on my waterline. So I'm going to use, actually I'll use this. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked 3 double-sided brush. And I'm going to go in with our GeekChicCosmetics Golden Trio. And I'm just going to buff out the bottom line with it. Oh, glitter! You see that all over my face? Love it. Same thing on the other eye. Oh yeah, we just finished blending out our bottom eye. If you don't want the glitter, again, you can go back to the neutral red. That's totally fine. To finish off the eye look and moving on to our face, I'm going to go in with, again, the Vice 4 palette with the color Bones. So it's really beautiful, almost like gray, just brow highlight. I really like it. I tried it on a look the other day and I was in love. So I'm going to go in right on my brow bone. Ugh, love it. The problem I've been having lately is that I use brow colors and then they just look way too light on my skin, and this one just blends in like a dream. Like, I'm gonna have to get the individual shade in this because it's so freaking gorgeous. Of course, you want to blend out those harsh lines. I don't know what brush this is. I think it's just a Sonia Kashuk brush. It doesn't have a name or anything on it, so there we go. So, done with eyes. Now, moving on. Okay, I don't know about you, but I happen to have a winter and a summer shade because obviously I tan in the summer and then in the winter I'm mostly indoors. So my winter shade is Naked Skin by Urban Decay in the shade 5.0. So I'm going to use a combination of this and MAC Pure White Chromacake. You don't have to use a Chromacake. You can use any sort of white cream foundation, either from the from the Flash palette from Makeup Forever, or just something you found at the Halloween store. It's totally fine. Again, it's up to you. It depends on how ghastly you want to look. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to use the Chromacake, here's what you do. Take out your Chromacake. Hopefully you have a spatula. You're going to get your spatula. You're going to get just the just the tiniest amount, just about a little shaving. You're going to put it on your palette like this, and then you're going to spray Fix Plus on it. You actually really don't have to use Fix Plus, just anything that has some sort of glycerin in it, and then you're going to mix it around. And that's what's going to give it our creamy tendency. Actually, for the Chromacake, you can technically just use water in order to activate it, but I really want this to last long, so I prefer to use Fix Plus. Okay, so I've mixed it on my palette. There we go. And now on the same palette with the same spatula, I'm going to take my Naked Skin Urban Decay, and I'm just going to mix it. Do 2 pumps onto the palette, and then we're just going to mix it together. Okay, so that's all mixed up, and now I'm going to take my Sigma F86 brush and apply this to my face. So we're just going to I'm not doing too heavy of an application because I'm just sort of deadening my skin. I'm not, like some people do really crazy white, and I'm still leaving just a slight bit of life. Oh, how did that get on there? A slight bit of life to my face. Again, you can take this as far down as you need to. I'm just going to my neck. Depending on my costume, I might bring it down to my chest. I'm not sure yet. At this point, I would normally do some sort of concealer, but I think the darker our under circles, the better. Depends on how glam you would like to be. I'm going to keep my dark under circles. I think it adds, obviously, to the vampire look. So, okay. So we've done our face, how I want to do my cheeks. So I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 10C. Okay, at this point, we are going to move on to our MAC Black Chromacake. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the white one, except this time we're going to take just the tiniest bit, we really don't need too much, and put it onto our palette. We're going to spray it with our Fix Plus in order to activate it. Again, you can just use water if you don't have Fix Plus, or any sort of, if you happen to have a black lip pencil, that's great. That would be wonderful. I don't think it's sanitary or safe to use some sort of eyeliner pencil. Like, I see a lot of people just use black eyeliner pencils, and I don't know, I just think that's not cool. If anything, just go to e.l.f. and get, like, a lip liner pencil in black. Like, go to the drugstore. Like, they're selling a bunch of Halloween stuff now, but don't use something that you normally use on your eyes, on your lips. I just think that's not... I'm trying to protect you. Okay, I'm trying to protect you. So, now I'm going to use... Where are you? Cosmetics. Hang on. I'm going to be using my OCC Liptar lip pencil. And I'm going to dip it in... Let me lift this up. I'm going to dip it into this little black mixture that we've made. And I'm going to keep it on the outer edge of my lips. Okay, so we've done our black outline. Now, moving on, I am going to be using NARS Audacious lipstick in Charlotte. It is a very dark burgundy. I mean, again, you can use whatever one you prefer, and I'm just going to go right over. If you want it to look like you've just been feeding, use a brighter red. Now I'm going to go over that with GeekChicCosmetics Liptar in Black Metal Dahlia because, again, I love that glitter. I really want a glitter shine to this. So take the same lip pencil we were using earlier with the black, and we're just going to go over. Okay, so now that we've completed our lip look, I think I know what I want to do for cheeks. So let's start with bronzer. Now we're going to do a little different combination of this. So I'm going to start off with Just any sort of pencil brush will do. I'm just using my NARS bronzer in Heat. You can use any bronzer you like. In this case, it's better to use a matte shade, so I want this to be very, very precise, which is why I'm using a thinner brush. See the sharp lines? I'm really carving out my face here. Really want those to look hollow. Okay, now before you say anything, I know I haven't blended this out yet. Just wait a second. Just wait a second. I want that just a little darker. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a gray. The gray I'm using is Zen by MicaBeauty. It's really hard to see without all of this spilling out, but it's a gray color, but it has a green and pink shift to it, which again, something that I absolutely adore and is going to match our highlight later. So I'm going to go over the contour we just set with this gray color, and this is where we're really going to blend it out. Just a tiny bit more. Actually, and now I'm going to use the other side to just sort of blend our face. Alright, now that we've made sure we had no harsh lines, and you can do this on the rest of the contour that you've set. I don't want to use black because I feel black is just going to be too harsh for the contour and won't blend as nicely as a gray would. So any sort of gray color you have will work. So it's like we're trying to warm up our face, but we still want to keep our death alive. Okay, so moving on. Cheeks. Like, what's next? Cheeks. Okay. So I'm actually going to be using, and I know this looks kind of crazy, like this is such a bright blush and you're really going to put that on your face? The answer is yes. This is the Panic by NARS. It's the it's the dual intensity blushes. So I'm actually going to use their brush for this, and I'm going to go in with this reddish coral. And we're going to go, we're going to lightly pat it onto our cheeks, and we're going to buff it out. I love. So now we've done our blush, and the last thing I'm going to do is highlight. So I'm going to use my NARS, sorry, I've been using a lot of NARS, Dual Intensity Eyeshadow in Cassiopeia. It's a white eyeshadow, and what I like about this is that it has a pink sheen to it. So it has a pink shift to it. So this had a green, so our gray had a green and pink shift to it, and this has a pink shift to it. So I really want something ethereal. Anyway, we're otherworldly is what I'm trying to say. So if you have anything similar to that, just like a very dynamic white, which kind of seems contradictory, I'm going to use my Sigma Large Angle Contour F40 to apply this because I want a big, thick application. Yes, yes, it's gorgeous. Actually, you might be able just to use this as a blush. I'll think about it. I'll think about doing that. I'm going to highlight this in the regular areas. I'm not going to highlight on my lips just because I've already done them and I really don't want to mess them up. So I will highlight everywhere else. Because I'm really going for that really sort of otherworldly. Okay. At this point, I'm going to set everything with my NARS. I'm so sorry. Everything I've used is NARS. With NARS Translucent Light Reflecting Setting Powder. And I believe this is one of the only times when a heavy application isn't going to mess you up, because we are dead, so the lighter we look, the better. It's fine. If you really feel like you need your brows did, I would use Gimme Brow by Benefit, or just some sort of like tinted brow gel. Or if you really wanted to be intense, you could use a matte black eyeshadow powder and fill them in and look crazy intense. But that's up to you. Just depends on how glam you want to make this look. Okay. Color contacts is what really is going to make this come together. Now, I found mine at, surprisingly, a smoke shop, so you might be able to find yours too. Mine was called the Glass House. I got the Crazy Eagle brand in Volturi Vampire. Make sure you wash your hands before you put stuff in your eyes. So, I'm going to take out my contact. And I'm going to okay. Now at this point, then you would put on your blackest of black mascara. Preferably something waterproof. I'm just using Makeup Forever Smoky Lash. Since I'm not going out after this, I'm not putting too much. I'm not going to layer it too hard. Okay, then obviously the final step is to spray and set. And I'm going to be using the All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray by Urban Decay. And that should keep your makeup in place all night. So there you go. That's our glam vampire look. What do you think? Think the boys want us? I'm really, really, really excited. Oh my god, I love these eyes. I wish I could wear these on the daily and just like freak people out. They're kind of difficult to see, like looking out of them, like everything has like a reddish hue. They're not, there's no prescription in them, so I think I'm still gonna have to wear my glasses. So there, now I'm totally like a hipster vampire because I have my glasses on, but I'm also gonna kill you and suck your blood. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.